Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles, and today finally we have my final review of the preliminary competition. This is the last video that I'll be making about the Mr. Supranational preliminary, and today we're going to be talking about my top 10 picks for the formal wear, or like classic wear, whatever you want to call it, for the Misters. I feel like this is like such a new industry that we're just still figuring out like the terms to name things. But yes, I actually watched the entire preliminary competition. I have reaction videos to it here on the channel, so if you want to watch that, please check it out. But today, this is my final assessment when it comes to the formal wear competition, meaning that I watched the preliminary a few times, and based on my notes and feedbacks and all of the things that I take into consideration, I will present to you 10 candidates who stood out the most in my opinion. So if you enjoy this type of videos, don't forget to leave a like so that it gets recommended to more people. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, express yourself in the comment section down below to make this an interactive experience. So without further ado, I will see you with my top 10 picks right after the intro. Be strong. Alright, so going from number 10 down to number 1. At number 10 on my list, we have Cuba. This guy has really grown on me during the competition, and although he is representing my home country, in the beginning I was kind of like, what is happening here? Because he got to Poland 5 days after the other candidates, so I was not so sure how that was going to impact his performance. However, Luis has been really exceeding everyone's expectations. He went out with something that was very standard, you know, in terms of formal wear for men, you know, the black suit, white shirt with the tie. I feel like it's just, you know, the norm, but he did it in a way that personally I can appreciate it, because I know that this is the Cuban standard as well. So not only he was pleasing, you know, the male standards, but he was also kind of referencing the Cuban standard with the hair, you know, really laid back with a lot of gel. That's like such a Cuban thing to do, and just the way that he handled himself on stage with his charm, just allowing his personality to shine through during their performance and not just relying on his looks. So that was very enjoyable. I appreciated it. You go Cuba, let's go. At number 9 on the list, we have Philippines. I think that this was such an amazing rendition of, you know, the formal wear, because I think that, you know, especially in male pageantry, it's really easy to get lost in the masculinity norms and just, you know, staying. There are so many things that restrict men, you know. They want to give us a manual of how to behave, what to do, and what is acceptable and what is not. So I appreciate that Philippines included some fun, some extra on his costume, with all of the sparkle that he had around the neck and going down to his chest, also in the little pocket on the side. I think that it adds, you know, some excitement, and it just makes it feel more like entertaining, something that will be more appropriate than just for like a formal event, but it will be also, you know, eye-catching and interesting for the viewers and the audience. And let's be honest, men just want to have fun as well. We also want to, you know, feel confident and feel happy to showcase what we have. If you go to a party and everyone is wearing a black suit and nothing else, it's kind of boring. So we also want these opportunities to let our creativity go and just make sure that we also showcasing the best that we got. So I really appreciated Philippines for this. At number 8, we have Puerto Rico, who in my opinion has one of the best performances in terms of the projection on stage, just like his pasarela walk, the facial expressions, how he handled himself on stage. It was definitely A+. Now I will say the reason why he is not higher on my list is just because I was not crazy about the outfit per se. I think that the buttons in the front, it was just a little dated for me, for my personal taste at least. And also I think that the way that the outfit was fitting him was not necessarily the most flattering. We have seen him before. I mean, we just saw him during the swimsuit competition, so we know that he has a rocking body, and this outfit made him look a little boxy. But still, we cannot take away credit from the performance itself, which was killer. So I'm super happy for him, and I'm expecting even more for the coronation night. At number 7 on the list, we have Belgium, another one of the candidates who took a risk and went for something out of the box, a little bit, you know, different from what we would expect. To me, this felt like an elevated version, elevated tribute to whether it's the Marines or the military. He was giving me like captain vibes, and don't get me wrong, I'm all for it. He looked very, very handsome with it, and also he seemed to be so happy to be showcasing this different type of outfit on stage, because his performance was very effortless, very natural, and I think that that is something that we have come to expect from Belgium at this point in the competition. So keep it up, my friend. I cannot wait to see what you're gonna do for the finals as well. This was a home run. At number 6 on my list, we have Vietnam. And I'm gonna tell you, wait. I know that people might be freaking out right now saying like, what? Vietnam did so amazing. And yes, I do agree. Vietnam's walk was incredible. Just the way that he showcased this outfit was amazing as well. I love the color. I love the fabric that was used for the costume as well. But I will say, I was actually expecting him to go all the way when it comes to the formal wear, because we had an opportunity to see something very similar during the top model competition. Although the outfit was completely different, he was still showcasing his chest and his abs during that competition. Then he also had the swimsuit competition to show his body. So I think that this was a missed opportunity to show, you know, really all of the formal things that men can do, especially try new things or even push the envelope further. I'm still putting him on the list because I think that the performance, similar to Puerto Rico, was there, very consistent. This guy knows what he's doing on stage, and of course he's beautiful, handsome, and also has a very likable personality. So I cannot take those things away from him. Just give me a shirt. A shirt is all I wanted. But I'm hoping that for the finals he's going to redeem himself and hopefully go further, because I do believe in Vietnam. I think that he can definitely crack at least the top 3. Now, moving on to top 5, we have USA, a candidate that I don't feel like I have talked about him so much so far here on the channel, but I do see enormous amount of potential when it comes to him. I just love the way that he went for an outfit that felt so classy, but at the same time so modern. It was a very refreshing approach. Just the way that it was fit to his body, you can tell that this was custom made for him. And while doing that, I think that he showed kind of a new modern version of what a suit for a man looks like. Is no longer those old boxy suits with the huge shoulders. Now everything is made just to really accentuate your body, your physique. And I think that's important, because if you're working out, if you are, you know, taking care of your body and your health, and you really want to showcase your efforts, you know, and your results. So I think that this will be the type of suit that normally I would personally go for if I had to dress up for an event. Now at number 4, we have Spain. I mean, so far in the competition, his performance has been flawless, especially during the swimsuit. If you guys watched that video, he was my #1 pick for swimsuit. Here this time around, I think that he went with something that once again feels very elevated, feels very classy, very elegant. I'm not like crazy about the outfit itself, but I still think that the performance and the presentation was strong enough to carry him through the entire thing. Now, I'm not saying that the outfit is bad or anything like that, but I just think that there were others who stood out a little bit more in terms of the attire per se. I still feel like he's a force to be reckoned with, so I have extremely high expectations for Spain, especially for the coronation night. If he's able to get into the top 3 of the competition, even top 5 just for the Q&A, I think that he will do great. I'm so excited for him, and I cannot wait to see what he has up his sleeve for the final night. At number 3, we have Indonesia, and I'm gonna keep it short because I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I think that Matthew really has the full package in terms of the personality, the beauty, the presence, just, you know, the aura, just the charm, everything, you name it. I also really like the rendition that he gave us of a formal wear for men, because I think that, once again, similar as I said for USA, this is a modern take on the suit, you know. Although yes, it's a traditional black and white, you know, with very minimalistic colors, he went with something that is perfectly made for his body type. I love the pants, I love the shoes as well, a little shiny here and there, and combined with all of the things that he already brings to the table himself, it was just like a standout moment in the competition For me, at least, personal taste. Don't come for me in the comments, okay? Number 2, I'm gonna give it to Argentina, because as I said, you guys, I think that he really surprised me in terms of his performance and just how he handles himself on stage. We've been saying so far that Argentina is an introvert. He doesn't show emotion. People think that he is overrated. Well, I think that he is coming out of his shell, and this performance was an example of it. I love that his beauty is just so effortless. He doesn't do like any crazy styling in terms of the hairstyle. I don't see any obvious traits of makeup or anything like that, and still he looks flawless. As I said as well during the swimsuit presentation, I think that he's been working out a lot lately, and because of that, even the fit of his suit was just incredible, and from head to toe he looked like a $1 million bill. So I want one of those. Where can I get me one of these? And finally, at number 1, we have Mexico. I think that Mexico really pulled it up so well in terms of his performance during the formal wear. I don't think that this was necessarily the best outfit of the night. I think that for me that would have been between Indonesia, Philippines, and maybe USA as well. But in terms of the performance, the aura, just the confidence on stage, when he walked on stage, you just knew that Mexico was there to represent the country. He had no doubts, no hesitation, nothing at all. And you know, it really translated well during the performance. Like from beginning to end, I couldn't take my eyes off him. I'm not saying that I have a crush on him, but I'm saying that, you know, whenever I think of a partner, I'm keeping him in mind. But jokes aside, it's really undeniable that Mexico is going to be one of the candidates that we will all have our eyes on during the coronation night, the finals, because I think that if he doesn't make it at least to the top 2 as a first runner-up, or even win the entire pageant, a lot of people will riot, myself included, because I think that it's hard to find someone who has brought the same level of game, the same level of consistency since the beginning of the competition. So there you go, you guys. That was my list for the top 10 candidates who stood out the most during the Mr. Supranational 2022 preliminary competition, more precisely the formal wear competition. So please let me know in the comment section if you agree with my comments and feedback. Also, let me know what do you want to see next on my channel. If you have any ideas, recommendations, I'm always listening to those. Don't forget to like this video so that it gets recommended to more people, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this one almost every single day. Last but not least, come here and give me a hug, because that's the latest vision on the channel. Know that I love you, that I appreciate you. Thank you for coming and spending a few moments out of your day here with me. And until I see you next time, everyone, please stay safe, be kind to one another, sending you all my love, all my kisses, and I'll see you on the next one.